Well, hello Aries. Welcome back to Silky Intuitive Tarot. My name is Nancy and this is a special reading. It's part of my growing series on YouTube and at Vimeo. This series is titled The Story of Us. We look at all 12 signs. You, Aries, are next on the list. We want to look at past position, present position. And since this is such a big reading, I pre-throw the readings also for the future. Here you can see your future reading over Vimeo. But in the situation of the reading titled The Story of Us, let's take a look for Aries at your past. And by the way, if you want a reading meant just for you, the Weebly website link that is down below, that's where you can find contact information. Get a hold of me through the contact page. Okay, here we go. In the past tense for Aries, story of us. We've got the Three of Cups and the Judgment card. So we automatically start out in the present with big life-changing things. For some of you, it talks about happiness, talks about friendships, associations. But what happened to those friendships and associations, Aries? It feels to me like some of them may have walked away. Some of those associates may have been family, friends, maybe during a period of happiness for someone, they decided to either remove you from their life or you decided to remove them from your life. Maybe you were reaching out to family members or friends for loving support, and maybe you feel like the door had been slammed on your face. But the renewals of situations may be coming around. Again, this is past energy. If a very happy situation fell into some sort of a spiritual event where some people dropped away, you can expect maybe renewals of other relationships. That's kind of the way the Judgment card works. Some things will fall away. Some things will reignite or become new. Now, let's take a look in the head position what is going on for Aries in their mind. And we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Pentacles. Well, Aries, I think Aries is, to me, waiting for their ship to come in. You may be waiting for family money to come through at this time, but it would be probably an enormous sum of money, or at least the kind of money that would change your life. Or, and let me make this abundantly clear for Aries in some situations, this is regarding family money. And to me, a karmic situation stepped into this very heavy family vibe. I think this was a maybe spiritually connected family, or a family that was very much overwhelmed by the religious nature of the family connection. But I really feel a strong connection where spirituality maybe was concerned. But we're talking about someone's legacy, someone's karmic destiny. It's connected to this money in some way or another. Now let's see, at the heart of the matter for Aries, we've got the Page of Cups and the Six of Cups. So like I said, I think this situation in one way or another is connected to siblings. It may be connected to situations from the past. But I think there was a unveiling of a piece of information that changed the destiny of this family and the family situation. Although the Page of Swords usually brings a great deal of happiness, I'm feeling that a lot of these energies, the way they are, they may need to be reversed. I'm trying to read this as if it's a positive situation with this connection to the past, but I'm still getting a heavy indication that some of these energies are actually reversed. And this family situation may also be reversed. But again, with those kind of reversals, it's possible that any reversal that's been made, we can actually reverse. And that's a lot of reversing. Let's see. I'm getting all of that from the Wheel of Fortune. Because for me, it feels for some of you, this destiny is actually flowing in reverse, where we're not picking up steam. In fact, it feels like we're losing momentum for some of you. Right. The body, the Five of Cups, and the Tower. Let me say, Aries, some of you may be in failing health. Some of you may be dealing with someone who is in failing health. This may be a partnership where both elements, maybe we're talking about elderly parents here. Maybe that's why we're getting the energy that this may not be the most positive situation, that karma may be flowing in a very negative way. It feels very much like the wheel is trying to turn in hardening cement. The more this karmic wheel wants to turn, the harder it is to get any momentum on the situation. And so I feel, with a deep breath, we may be talking about elderly parents here. Maybe both in poor health. Someone, there's a real situation for someone where I don't want to say it, but with the Judgment card here, someone may be losing the battle with their ill health, and something is drastically going to change in that situation. Something is drastically going to the hardening cement thing. I'm getting something is going to come to a absolute ending for someone. Although we do have a rebirth of someone's life, I'm just getting for someone under the sign of Aries. This is probably an aging parent, or you're dealing with a person close to your heart. This person is really fighting the good fight, but it feels to me like they may be losing. But let's look at the spirit. The Ace of Wands and the Emperor. So someone here is very much taking control, maybe of their final will, their final decision. This may be someone who is coming up, approaching the final stages of life, and decisions are being made so that the soul can resurrect. Some people believe that the angels of God will come and get them. Whatever arrangements you're making with your spirituality, some of you are growing closer to spirit, maybe getting a handle on some doubts that you've had. Unfortunately for Aries, around the physical state, there's been disappointment and there are absolute endings but new beginnings. And we can also say that about the Ace of Wands. The Emperor is very much in control. For whoever this is that may be dealing in this kind of negative situation, where as far as your physicality goes, there are breakdowns, and maybe someone needs to be put in care or hospice or final arrangements. Again, I'm hearing the elderly parents for someone. We're dealing with aging parents and aging health, and someone likely an Aries. Even if this isn't an aging parents, if this is a work situation that feels sick, is this a business that is sick? I think that because of a connection to the past, also there's an attempt to resurrect, even though your body may be feeling the strain. You're trying to resurrect a situation. So coming through the past, for some of you, this has been the issue. It's the resurrecting after a bit of a hard time. Has someone been dealing with ill health? But through improvements, health improvements, the body is feeling better. And because of that, the soul is growing stronger too. And the will to continue is very much there for whatever Aries this is. Pardon me, I needed to take a drink. I didn't mean for you to hear that. Okay. The present. The present. What have we got for the present? Aries. Present. Focus. Well, here you are. King of Wands, Aries. That's you. Focus. Maybe you are focusing. You're holding on to something, though. Is it a spouse? Is it a situation connected to money? Is it this connection that you just don't want to let go of? Because we have some holding on to some ideals, holding on to a financial situation, whatever it is. You are definitely focused possibly on your very security, your home. Are you concerned about the status of your home? With the King of Swords and the Four of Cups, the mind. So, number one, you're the King of Rods, the King of Wands. You're looking at a situation very much related to this. Again, I think we may be concerned about our home here. I think maybe you're protecting your home or your children. The Four of Cups is an opportunity, or it can represent an offer of some kind. For some of you, you're looking at a banker, a financial institution in some way, maybe to help you out of a financial glitch, if that's what this is. In a family situation, maybe this person has long passed on, this aging parent, but they left behind kind of a mess to clean up. Their departure left chaos. Their departure left disappointment and sadness and havoc in the wake of it. But there seems to be some growth on something that maybe maybe an investment that this parent had made. And maybe there's finally some serious growth there that you can see. I think if it's connected to your family, you're not telling them yet. There's a feeling that maybe there will be a little bit of hysteria or an outbreak of family members that just want to get their hands in your pockets because you've recently acquired some family money. So you're going to be protective of it. In your mind, you're thinking, how can I protect this without telling the rest of the family that I have it? Now, this is a message for someone under the sign of Aries. There is money that has been found within the family. For whoever this is, you probably already know who this person would have been. An executor, a lawyer. Someone is trying to keep that money under wraps. They're keeping it to themselves because they do not want to offer anyone within a family unit that there is money there to be had. To me, this is someone who is honestly at their heart wanting a more fulfilled life. It feels to me that this is the end of a cycle with the world card. Four of Wands talks about the home, talks about the security. At the heart, very heart of the matter, this is definitely connected. For whoever this is talking to, it's connected to a situation from within a family where something was unearthed but quickly covered up. That the very existence of that money, of that situation, of that form of financial security, someone is keeping to themselves. They're holding on to that information. They do not wish for their secret to be unveiled. This is something that's happened in the past. This is a passing situation. But there was a truth that was not unveiled in the past. Someone is holding it. Someone is also holding the money that was connected to this. I'm seeing stocks. I'm seeing investment. But I see that there was an unveiling of that information, but someone is still holding on to that. And I think it's connected to you. Maybe you know of the situation I'm talking about. Maybe you yourself are the one who's not letting go of the information connected to this truth. In your mind, you know what is the right thing to do. The right thing to do is to make sure that everyone within this family unit is also given their due. This is something where this is legally someone's inheritance that's being held back. At the very heart of it, I want to say that there is someone around Aries. Aries, this person knows that this could help your situation. If it's a lawyer, they're holding back information. If it's an executor, they're holding back information. They know at the very heart of the matter that this inheritance would be enriching. It would complete cycles. It would make your security, your home life, so much better now. Physically, what have we got? We've got the Four of Swords and the High Priestess. In a physical sense, some of you, this is either you absolutely knowing the situation, what's going on, and you are the one who is breaking from the situation. But there's someone in the situation who honestly has what I feel a gift of intuition, and that person has already awoken to the fact that something is being withheld. Now, this is an awakening that is happening probably in the current day for this person. This might be representing you, Aries, as a person who is being awoken to a truth that maybe you knew a long time ago existed, but the realization may be coming forth for you in the current day. Watch for a truth to be unveiled. Be very awoke. Wake up to a fact for someone. It's coming through. Oh, goodness gracious. Soul. We've got the Six of Cups. There it is again. The Six of Cups, Aries. And the Eight of Swords. So Aries, this situation that may be going back, may be a generational thing. This may be not a generational thing that goes back to your own parents, but maybe it goes back to the grandparents and their descendants and their descendants. It almost feels on some level that someone was born into royalty and have been denied their seat as a royal and not a commoner. This is very much for someone their connection to legacy. And I know I said legacy earlier, but now I'm really getting it. For someone, this is the denial of a legacy at the very least. At the very most, this is someone denied being restricted, being lied to, kept away from their own birthright and security. It is a definite connection to the past. And so before we move over to Vimeo and look at your future reading, Aries, we want to take a look at any clarifications. I'd like to know, get a clarification on the Five of Cups and the Tower, which happened in the past. And then I want the clarity on the second row. Leave them like that. Okay, first, clarification. Okay. What we've got here is the Lover, Despair, and Scholar. For some of you, Despair and Scholar talks to me about someone who wasn't terribly book learned, someone who may have been in some way ignorant to education, maybe they never accomplished a great deal educationally. And listen to me, you know, if that is even a word, I'm listening to my guide. And okay, with the Lover, this is someone who was a partner, a father, maybe even an abusive father, someone not well educated. That's the person at the real heart of all of this financial confusion, because they didn't expose everything that they weren't very conscious of following through with a lot of their investments. And after this person, I'm feeling this person may have already passed on. This rather unfortunate kind of desperate figure who never really had a chance to have an education. Someone came in and took charge. And when they took charge, there were a lot of discoveries made around this person's life, but a lot of it is still being kept secret. We may be years into this thing now, but there are still a lot of things that are being kept secret in this situation surrounding this person's departure. Okay, we want to look at the energy in the second row. The sweetheart, frivolous, consolation. Well, frivolous talks about sex. Frivolous talks about drastic changes. It can talk about freedom, but we know that the butterfly cycle is a very short one in the grand scheme of things. It also talks about being fragile. The consolation is the reward. But with sweetheart, we know there's emotion tied up into it. So what I'm really picking up on this is that this person has already acquired the wealth, and they've already spent it quite frivolously, possibly on women. If we're talking about a man who already acquired this wealth, you'll never get it. It's already been spent. This person has already probably frivolously squandered everything that they acquired in secrecy from this family situation. So if this is your life, my guess is you are stuck in this cyclical karmic thing that maybe you're being asked to break free from. Maybe the real reward in this situation is to be set free from it. Maybe set free from the person who squandered it, and squandered from you, and possibly from their entire family. We could have been talking about an entire family legacy that was squandered by this one person who had knowledge of maybe a family fortune, and without telling anyone or notifying anyone of their discovery, they willfully squandered from their own family. That's what I've got in the past and the present. If this resonated to you, I am very sorry. If not, check your sun, moon, rising, your Venus, wherever it applies for you. If this doesn't resonate with you and you had one little piece of information to take away, then take that and throw everything else away. Again, over at my Vimeo channel, we're going to look at your future. To have a reading done, just for you. Reach out to me through my website. I'll get back to you. And until the next time, Aries, good luck with this. I certainly hope if there's still access to some of this, you'll have some way to acquire some of that good fortune for yourself before someone uses it up as if it was all their own. And that's the way I think this person is seeing it. Sort of like a finders keepers type of a feeling that I'm getting from that. So take from it what you will, throw the rest of the way, and until the next time, take care, be well, and peace.